Welcome to Al and Ha, two friends talking crypto and sports. Let's get it.
Hey everybody, this is Al from Al and the Ha podcast. In today's episode, we have a special guest, Drew Wolitarsky, on. He played football for Canyon High School, where myself and Ha coached him for 4 years. He went on to play football at the University of Minnesota for the Golden Gophers and is currently with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, the Grey Cup champions. In this episode, surprisingly, we don't dive too much into football, but we talk about Drew's passion, his music, his traveling experiences, and just life lessons in general. Hit that subscribe button, like, and hope you enjoy.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Al and the Hot Podcast. Today, we got a special guest with us again, ex-Canadian football player, current Winnipeg.
One of the Santa Clarita Valley's favorite sons.
Drew Wolitarsky is on with us. What's up, Drew?
What up, fam? What up, fam? Good to be here. I miss my hometown, man. I was just talking to my buddy Brendan Stack, actually, my OG from Canyon, and we were talking a little bit. Yeah, Stack Attack, baby, slant master.
Al and I were talking, man. If he didn't get hurt, oh man, we were so lethal. We are on track for 3,000-yard receivers if he didn't get hurt.
I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, so what are you up to, man? What's going on? What are you doing? Where are you at?
Let me tell you a rundown of my last year, bro. Now, this has been a weird year. So I was in Cali until probably about August, I think. No, way before that. June. I forget, bro. Straight up. It's been too long. But anyway, I was there when COVID hit. I just got back from visiting Scotland. I was in the UK, like visiting Scotland, England. Every winter I've been trying to like go and travel a little bit and gain some more knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep. I feel that.
So anyway, like I got home right kind of when COVID hit in January. So I kind of dodged a bullet, and I was with a family, man. And like, I love my family, but after so many months of apartment living, not having anything to do but play Frisbee, like it's time to make a move. So I was kind of like, man, I don't know. I was in a relationship at the time as well. And then that ended. So now I'm really like, damn, I have nothing holding me back here. Like I'm about to go. I've been like making music at this point, but nothing like I haven't been recording really. I've just kind of been, making songs and, playing at restaurants and bars and shit like that, but nothing serious.
Saw that.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what, dude, fuck it. I'm going to go to, at that point, I'm like, I'm going to Minneapolis and I'm going to like try to make some connects. Like people at least will have maybe heard of me, whatever. Like it's my best bet. So I'm driving, and of course, dude, like,
you drove?
I drove, yeah, bro. I drove home.
How long did that take?
Oh man, I took my time, but it's like 26 hours.
Okay.
I drove home after the season too, and bro, I drove on straight ice for 12 hours. Like, you talk about white knuckle driving, I was sweating for 12 hours. Most exhausting drive of my life. Anyway, so I go, and of course, my car breaks down. Like, classic in Arizona. I'm like, fuck, dude. But turns out my buddy who just went to the Cardinals, who just played in the last game, Chris Trevor.
Quarterback.
Yeah. Bro, he's there, and I'm like, yo, my car's broke down, like, come pick me up.
I need a ride.
Oh, where you at? And I was like 15 minutes from him, which was cool. So it ended up being like 5 days, bro, where I just chilled in Arizona because my car like was weird and they had to figure out what was wrong with it. So I chilled with him and like got my mind back after that breakup. I was pretty sad, but we just really kicked it. Like, went on hikes, vibed out, Jerry Hodge vibe kind of type stuff.
Right.
And so I was like, damn, I feel better. I feel rejuvenated. I was like writing music on the road as well. Like, I don't know, something about going out and being free, dude, and having like a goal in mind. It just makes me clearer, and like I just have more ideas come to me. So I really enjoy this road trip. I see like family members I've never met before, meet some really cool people in like Denver, and then finally get to Minneapolis, and the riots start, right? So like the riots begin, and I'm like, damn, like kind of stuff's coming to light. I'm getting educated on stuff. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is bad. Like, and this shit's been happening all the time, and really like stuff's coming to light for me. I'm like, damn, I'm really feeling change coming inside me. So I get together with like this videographer, and I'm like, hey, I want to make a music video. At first I wanted to do a different song, but with everything going on, like I've been writing this tune, and I think that it'd be cool to like make a tribute and kind of show, you know, show our support without like reposting Instagram or like reposting Twitter's feeds, shit. Like, you know, that's good and all, but
Do it in your own way.
yeah, like that's just easy, I feel like. So we went out and we made this video called Standing Still, and kind of about uniting in this in a time of, you know, unjust, and it's really not been changed, but we did it in the Bob Dylan mural in Minneapolis, and he was a huge advocate of progressive movements, change. So it's kind of a cool thing, and that really like changed music for me as a fun thing to do into something like, damn, you really have a voice when you sing, when you play. And you could go on Facebook and Instagram and like say your stuff, but somehow it's met with like resistance, or, you know, there's always a natural resistance with people, I feel like. But I feel like with music, like that shit opens you up immediately. Like music is just an opener. And I feel like it always has an impact. Like for me personally, I'm sure you guys too, you have songs in your life that just hit you. Like at a certain time of your life, you heard a song, you're like, fuck, this
time,
understands.
date, what you were doing, the whole nine. Yeah.
The whole nine, bro. Like this shit understands my life. And so I think that's the power of music. And I'm like, damn, like this is more than just, you know, I like to write songs. Like you can really put yourself in that, put your fucking heart and soul into that, and that people feel that. So that was like the changing thing for me. And I was like, you know what? I need to go to Winnipeg. I know more people there. Like I know I've been in studios before. I have no clue how I'm gonna do this, but like I'm gonna make an EP or an album, whatever. Like I want to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so easy. I'm like, I'll make it happen. Cool. That's always been my like life. Like I don't know how if I can do it, but I'll make it happen. But I wasn't always that way. I think like straight up coaches, teachers, people who support you are fucking huge in life, dude. Like it doesn't matter your talent. It doesn't matter your skill set. If you don't have teachers, if you don't have people who know the road, or at least can get you to the doorstep of that road, it's really hard to succeed. And so we all have that responsibility. Like if we can help somebody out, dude, we got to help them. You guys have been huge in my growth and my success. Like if you weren't preaching to me every day, like you got to do track, you got to do this, because I know it takes at the next level. If I didn't come in to film after a fucking 5 touchdown, 500-yard game, and you'd be like, your blocking sucked. Like that shit though is so important, because you can't stay low. And like all of us have felt low, bro. Most of us feel low every day, at least at some point. You got to pull yourself up. But I would say that an even harder thing to do is keep yourself down when you're too high.
Yep.
That's really fucking hard to do.
Hard to stay humble.
Yeah, like it's hard to stay humble when you have success.
You start slipping, and you get complacent, and all that stuff happens when you start feeling this success, and you forget about how you got the success. What did you do to get there? Yeah,
exactly. When and it's interesting, like this ego builds and it builds and it builds, and the more this ego builds, the less productivity you actually are creating, and the less true, like whatever you're doing, art or sports, the less I don't know how to explain it other than like the trueness of it is lacking. Like
your motivation, why are you doing it?
Exactly.
Because if you're doing it for somebody else, at some point it wears off. If you're doing it for some false ass reason, at some point it's going to wear off. But if you're doing it because it's what you want to do, then it's not going to wear off. It's just something that you want to do. It becomes part of your life. Is what happens. Yes. So, I mean, and that's why, like when I'm talking to my kids now, it's just like yeah, I want to go to college, I want to do this, and yeah, I'm a counselor, and yeah, if that's what you want to do, if you have a purpose of going to college, but what do you want to do? Start there. You're young.
Right.
Like hell, you're still young. You know what I'm saying? You're what, 24,
25.
25. You're a baby. You can do whatever the hell you want right now, and you're free. You're doing exactly what you should be doing.
I feel that, man. I am free, and that is what I want in life, man. I want the ability to go. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, this shit's hard. Like, promoting yourself, going to shows, playing at shitty gigs, going to people's houses, them touching you and shit. Like, it's weird sometimes. But this is something I want to do, and I know, like, I really truly feel that whenever I play for people, by the end, like, I've connected with them personally on a deeper level. And I know that if I can do that to more and more people, like, I can sustain this lifestyle. I can sustain this, and this is truly something I want to do. And it's not easy, though. Like, that's the thing. You got to know how to push yourself. You have to know how to stay consistent. Sports has trained me in that, dude. Like, the habits that I've created, I think are second nature to me now, but like at one point they were so foreign. Like getting up and being like, I'm going to attack this day the same way I do a game. Like that, I did not learn till college. I got my ass beat in college. Freshman, sophomore year. My coach sophomore year took me in and he was like, people want to try to compare you to Eric Decker. You're not even fucking close. Like, you haven't gotten any better since you've been here. Like, he said these words to me, bro. And that ego I had been building, like all that, oh, well, I hold records in California. Well, I played as a freshman here. Shattered, bro. Shattered. I was like distraught. I was close to quitting. I was like, fuck, am I even like good enough to do this shit? And also bad health, drinking a lot, getting fat. Like, dude, you don't think about this when you're a kid because you don't know, but diet is huge in like mindset. It destroys you. Like, and I got injured too. So, I wasn't doing shit for myself. Got to a bad place, man. And really that conversation though, when he said that to me, he's like, you haven't gotten any better. Like, the ego died. And I had to really look at myself and be like, fuck, he's right. That's why I'm pissed, because he's actually right. Fuck.
Truth hurts sometimes, but it's what you got to hear.
It does. It hurts, bro.
And a lot of people don't want to hear it, but you got to hear it because that's the only way you're going to grow.
Well, a lot of
people always say yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
I was saying, a lot of people, when they hear it, like you're in that perfect situation, you get told that, like you said, like you wanted to quit. And a lot of people do. And that's where, you're talking about
the difference.
Like going out, putting yourself out there. Like, honestly, like the music thing, like I can't even imagine. Like you're writing your own music, you're putting your heart into it, and then you got to go perform. And then it's like, how are they going to react to it? It's different than football, so it is. And for you to be like that moment in college, honestly, it probably, you had one way to go or the other. And you chose, you know what, I'm gonna suck it up and fight through this, and I'm gonna better myself. And it's like you said, it kind of made you what you are today.
Yeah, bro.
As far as being able to put in all the work.
And I remember that. I remember this. I remember at the talent show. I don't know if you were sophomore or junior, and we were getting ready for a talent show. It was a rally, and you just strolled up to the piano and you just started playing. Or it was something, and you started making music, and someone actually went to you and was like, "What are you doing?" I think it might have been me. Like, oh, you can't do that. Like, they're about to do this thing, and you were just up there, like the crowd was coming in, but you didn't give a shit. It was just something that I saw, and I was just like, and I let you go for a second. I think I'm like, is he really gonna go do this? And you did it, and you were there, you were playing, they kind of doing your little, Oh, I remember
funny,
that,
bro.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. Like, here's the thing. I think this is what's really helped me with music. Like, I've played in front of stadiums of 100,000 people, bro. I've dropped balls in front of 100,000 people. I've caught balls in front of 100,000 people.
Me too.
Yeah,
it's
like,
weird feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird as hell, bro. Like, I have felt
when they boo you,
fucking shake. Yeah, like whatever. I'll never forget this though. We were playing Michigan at home. It was Halloween night. It was a misty ass game. Like, we had these cool ass black jerseys on. Bro, fourth quarter, 30 seconds, I don't even know, a minute left, whatever. Like, we're driving down the field. We're down by like 4 points. Dude throws me a pass, slant and go for a touchdown. I catch that shit in the end zone. The fucking place erupts, dude. Shakes my bones. We win the game. Like, I'm like, holy fuck, did that just happen? Ref's like, hold up. Review. He's down at the 6-inch line. I'm like, cool, whatever. Our guys will get it. Like, it's a fucking QB sneak. We win. They stuff us twice. We lose, bro. I went from straight euphoria to like, oh my fucking God, no way this just happened, right? And honestly, that moment was like huge for me though, because I feel like looking back, like that could have been a moment where I would have been up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the shit. Like, that is the coolest moment ever, right? But nah, I'm like down here. But it was kind of this reminder. That was my junior year, and it was kind of like this reminder, like, you're fucking close, but you are not there yet. And I remember like just being so not down about it, but like humbled by that moment. And I think that came from just like feeling like I've been defeated many times in my life. I've been so defeated. Like, we've all been defeated, dude. But there's something as you get defeated more and more beautiful about that. Like, all right, fuck, let's go. Like,
Yeah, you don't give a shit.
What do I gotta do?
You don't care.
Yeah, like, it doesn't even affect you anymore, bro. Like,
you don't
like,
care.
fuck it.
It's like
Okay,
the first
cool.
time. It's the first time you go to that party, and then all your friends are doing something that you don't necessarily do, and they ask you, and it's hard as hell to say no, but you do. And then the next time it's easier until it's just like not even a thing anymore.
Fuck with it.
They
Yeah.
just fact they know I don't even fuck with him no more. You don't even know. You don't get out. You know what I'm saying? But it's same type of situation though. It's once you're supposed to fail. You are supposed to fail. But the thing about it is you only really have to succeed once.
Dude,
if you really do it one time and then everybody gets to see it, then you go. But you got to be willing to fight through the failure.
You just
and
brought
learn from the
You brought
failure.
up a great point, bro. Honestly, you fail all the time and nobody gives a fuck. And that's a good thing. Nobody even sees it. They're like, oh, yeah, like, fuck. But
you see it and beat yourself up about it. But
the moment you ball out, the moment you release a crazy cool song, the moment you whatever, bro, like, that's what people see. And they're like, oh, shit, now that's cool. But, like, dude, I've failed 100 times to get here. And it's all right, man. Like, I wrote this little memoir, and I was going to, like, send it to anyone I knew trying to go to college, basically about what college is really like. At least football-wise, like, you know, they treat you like a king, like, oh, you're going to be great here, like, you'll start, blah, blah, blah. Then you get there, they don't even call you, they don't text you, they don't care, like, you're just another cog in the machine, right? But
the program,
like, really
watch that. You might be a little too young for that, but watch the program.
Yeah, exactly. But it is, like, a great learning lesson to, like, life, man. You got to really work for what you want, and it's going to be a lot of defeat. But you know what? Like, it's cool because people will bail. Like, people will fail and be like, fuck it, I'm done. But if you keep going, man, if you really love what you're doing, dude, shit, you'll do it eventually, man. You spend enough time with something, you're gonna be good at it. You will do it. And you will make, if you're in it for money, like, yeah, you're gonna make money from something if you do it a long time. Like, whatever your motive is behind it, like, it will happen for you, bro. You just can't, like, stop at the first sign of defeat, like, oh, well, it's not meant for me. Like, you got time. Time is long and slow, bro. Like, it's fast and slow at the same time. Like, and I guess I'm young, so maybe it's easier for me to say this, but like, I'm 25 and I'm just starting this music thing. And shit, I started playing music 3 years ago, and now I'm producing my own music in my house. Like, shit's possible. It's not the best music in the world. I'm still learning how to use this system. It's a new instrument, but like, fuck, dude, I'm proud because I went out and bought this shit, learned how to use it, took a master engineering class, which, by the way, you can find online for like $200, $300. Skip the whole university shit that you spend $4,000 on.
Yeah.
Because these guys graduated from that school, and now they're giving you all the information for $300.
Right.
Bro, there are smart people out there. Like,
don't tell nobody though. That goes against what everybody is. You know, the way you're supposed to do it. But yeah,
charging you $300
other ways, man.
And they're probably streamlining it. Whereas if you go to a university, you're sitting there for probably two semesters, probably trying to do it.
Bro,
Take the general ed.
You're exactly right, dude. It's like 30 courses of an hour instead of 6 months, $5,000. God knows you get a coffee every morning, another fucking $2,000. Like, man, there's just better options and better ways to do stuff. But you're right, Jabri, you just brought it up. Like, it's not taught that way. Like, there's a system behind this all, and it's hard to like know who to trust, bro. That's the thing. It's hard to know who to trust and what to trust.
No one.
Trust your fucking gut, dude.
Yeah.
Trust your
Yeah.
gut,
You
bro. That
honestly,
shit will
you
not
gotta,
lie to you.
you gotta roll with how you roll, and then you earn people trust, or people earn your trust, or however that goes. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say, but trust is earned. You just
Facts.
nah, man.
No, I don't trust you.
You put your head down and you burn, and anybody that's getting in your way, you cut them out. And
here's one thing,
it's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. And here's one thing I'll say, bro. Never put it in someone else's hands, ever.
Nope.
If you have to rely on someone else to get your product out, or to make something you want to do, or like make you who you want to be, that shit's out, bro, because that's not real. Like, no one has the intention or the idea or the energy that you're putting out, bro. No one knows you like you. Don't trust anyone else with your stuff to make you successful. No chance.
You can apply that to anything.
Anything, bro.
You can go
That's
real wide
universal.
with that. You can go real wide with that. You don't depend on anybody. Handle it yourself. And if you handle it yourself, then you don't, you got your own safety net. And if you're not at that point right now, work on it. But that what you said goes far. It casts a very wide net.
Exactly.
Because they want you dependent. They want everyone dependent.
Of course. Yeah, man. So, okay. Wow, that took a wide turn. Where was I even going? Oh, yeah. So I went to Winnipeg. I made music. And now I'm releasing an EP on the 29th. And it's going to drop. I just released a single.
Okay.
Cool.
So it's an EP is an extended play, right? Is that what that stands for?
EP is like a small LP, bro. So it's like 3 songs to 5 songs.
Okay. And an LP is what, a long play?
LP is like an actual album, like an old CD.
Okay.
Would be like an LP.
All right.
Yeah, it's just weird terms now, bro. I don't even think it means anything. I think it just is called EP. It's like a short LP. Yeah. This is the world of music, bro. Music's crazy now.
I'm just trying to learn, man. That's it. You're saying that, and I'm assuming that the people that are listening probably don't know what an EP and LP are.
Okay,
so
yeah, no, that's fair, bro. That's fair. What's crazy about music is this is the time. I got lucky, man, because this is the time to make independent music. Number one, there's no shows going on. There's no bands touring. Nothing's happening. People are streaming the shit out of music right now. It's so popular.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, there's no middleman in music anymore, bro. There's no like, oh, you need to be heard. Well, you got to go through us. We'll set you up with the studio, blah, blah, blah. The studio's now your middleman. They own your music, kind of, depending on who it is. But
what is it? Is it leveling the playing field, Drew?
It is, bro. It's absolutely leveling the playing field.
Yeah.
So
seems to be
now
a lot
we
of
all
that
got a
going on.
shot.
Yeah.
And also, man, it's like promoting yourself. It's social media. Like, you have a free ass advertising now. Like, this is your platform. You can build a whole fan base from the comfort of your home by making videos, by interacting with people you've never met and may never meet.
Yeah.
This is all in the palm of your hand. This little motherfucker right here. This thing, bro.
Putting in work. I feel you.
Now, I don't love social media, and I'm not, if I like ever, get enough money, I'm gonna hire someone to do this shit for me, because I don't know, it's not my favorite thing, but yeah, man, that's what I'm grinding to do that. And shit, I'm excited to release music. I'm doing some covers. I'm doing Marvin's Room by Drake, bro. I laid the tracks down today. Shit's clean, bro. It's gonna be sick. Like, I'm just gonna, just having fun with it, trying to keep learning, man.
Yeah. We gotta.
That's the key.
Man. Very cool.
Just have fun.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do, man. You don't want to get in that rat race where, and honestly, like I'm sure Jabril echo this sentiment, but you were always that kid that we were kind of like, as much as we bothered you and bugged you to like keep your head on straight, but we always had talked about like Drew will always find his way. Like, he does so much other stuff that you're the artistic stuff, whether you're writing or doing music or doing whatever. We always, even in high school, me and Jabri would talk about it. Like, you just, like, football was just your way to get to school and everything. But after that, it was like, it was just the sky was the limit with whatever you wanted to do.
That's live, bro.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
honestly,
I mean,
it's
man, I
funny
told
'cause-
you.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I remember, like, I think it was going into your senior year. I don't know what exactly was going on, but I was just like, dude, grind, get the hell out of the Santa Clarita Valley, and go figure your shit out. You know what I'm saying? And then I tell you this, your senior year, because I could have strangled you personally your junior year. You were not my favorite student. You were not my favorite student junior. It was pulling teeth to get you to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say the senior year, it clicked. I didn't say shit to you senior year. I had to. Track, nothing.
Bro, straight up, I think that had a lot to do with my brother's accident. And after that, I was like, man, life's too short. The shit that I'm like worried about now is redundant. It's stupid. Like, there's so much more to life. Like, that shit really shook me to my core. Like, I almost lost my brother. And I was like, whoa, there's more to life than this, bro. Like, whatever I'm doing right now, there's way more to life than this shit. And I think that really shook me, man. And that helped me. Like, senior year, yeah, like, I was pretty much ready for college at that point. I mean, I was hanging out with Brendan Stack. Other than that, man, like, I was pretty low key. I was to myself. I was just ready for the next step, I think.
Yeah.
'Cause I knew it was happening. Yeah, I just knew like where I was gonna go, and it was just kind of set, man, which was helpful.
So what's going on with just a quick segue? What is going on with football? Like, what is going on with
Dude, I'm still playing.
Winnipeg?
Like, I just signed a new contract last year. Thankfully, I got a nice signing bonus before COVID shit hit, so I was like able to cruise through the year.
Mhm.
But yeah, like, I'm still in contract, bro. I have one more year at least, and they'll probably re-sign hopefully after that too. Like, I think we'll have a season this year. They're bringing guys back, and I think, you know, the league actually figured out a way to play. So, man, you ever see High School Musical, bro? That shitty Disney Channel movie?
Yeah.
No,
Bro, I'm gonna be the main character.
I-
I'll be like having a game, and then the next day I'll be playing a concert at fucking Folk Fest. Like, fucking Two-Face, bro. You're
No,
wild.
that's
It'll
some
be a
good
wild
stuff.
year.
Stay busy, bro. Stay busy.
Yeah,
Hell
like-
yeah.
And what's cool too is now that I've kind of like grown outside of football, man, I'm not as worried to lose football. And so now, like, that shit's more fun to me in my mind. Like,
Good.
before it was like, damn, this is my paycheck. Like, this is my way of life. This is all I know. Now it's like, damn, like,
Keep it fun.
I really like other shit. Like, I dig
Yeah.
football. I love football. Like, it's fun as fuck. I love my teammates. I like being around like-minded people who have one goal in mind. Like, that's rare in life, and I really miss
Mhm.
that. But yeah, like, I'll be good, man. After this shit, like, I'll be good. I'll figure it out. And that's
You
really
always seem to. You always seem to.
So yeah,
Good.
man.
So what's next on the world tour? So where have you been, and then where are you trying to go once we're actually
we're out of
we're off
COVID,
punishment? Once we're off punishment.
Man, I don't know, everything the first time for me is always the hardest, bro. Like, I went to Europe. I went to Italy first. Like, this was 3 years ago. And I landed, bro, and I'm staying with this Italian family because I'm going to be studying there in Florence for like 3 weeks, and I'm going to be at school. Anyway, I land, and like, these Italians don't speak any English, obviously. So I took Italian in college, so like, I kind of know a little language, but man, they're speaking so fast, like, everything's crazy. Long flight over, like, you know, whatever, like, all that stress shit with traveling. I get strep throat, bro. Shit you not, like, I get strep throat, and I have a deadly fever for like 4 days. And I'm trying to communicate, like, I need antibiotics, and she's like, no, like, you don't need those, like, we don't get those here, or they have them there, but you have like need a prescription or some shit. I don't even know, bro. But my head is in like fever dreams, and all my dreams are in Italian, and I'm just like, where am I, bro? Like, this is fucked. And it takes me like 7 days to get back to health. I've lost like 7 pounds. I made it through strep throat. I guess I'll never get it again because I didn't take any antibiotics. Like, my body just fought it or whatever. So whatever, I'm like, thank God. Like, so I finally start exploring Florence, and it's beautiful, man. I love Florence. I go to school, like, meet some really cool people from all over the world. Like, we have this dinner at the end, bro. It's a woman from Japan, Panama, Switzerland. Like all of us don't speak any of the same language except Italian. So it's a shittiest dinner. Like we're just like talking like with 6 words.
Yeah.
But it was cool because you can't just like fall out of the Italian and be like, so everyone, what's going on? No one knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, that's cool.
It was cool though. Like that was a cool moment. And I remember playing a song. I don't know why, but Italians love Cat Stevens. And if you don't know Cat Stevens, he sings like, "Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world." Do 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 do. Like Wild World's a famous song, man.
Mm-hmm.
They love Cat Stevens. So I played a Cat Stevens song. I had this little travel guitar, and I played this Cat Stevens song called Father and Son. And basically it's about a son trying to explain to his father, like, Dad, I have something to tell you. Like, I have knowledge, but you're so set in your old ways. Like, you don't even hear me. You don't even hear the young generation. Like, we're trying to speak more truth, but they're just whatever. Kind of like an anti-dad song, whatever. So I'm singing a song, bro, and they're all singing along. They don't speak any English, but they all know the words of this Cat Stevens song. It's so funny. I think I have a video. I wish I could play it. But yeah, that was like a really cool moment, man. And I remember leaving this, the woman from Panama stopped me at the door. It was her house, her Airbnb. And in like shitty English, she's like, what did she say? She's like, "I will see you again. We are one." And she probably just meant to be like, "I hope to see you again," whatever. But she's like, "I'll see you again. We are one." And I was like, damn, like that shit hit me, bro. Like we are one. And we're in this foreign ass country, but like we're all looking for the same thing, man. We're all looking for adventure, for love, for companionship, for connection. Like we're all in this world together. And it's sad because especially now we're so separated and we're so closed off and afraid of one another. Like even walking, like we're afraid of like, oh, well, if I can't breathe on this person, blah, blah, blah. But that sucks, man. And I want to live a life different than that, man. I want to like talk to people. I want to know their lives. I want to know their truths. I want to share stories. It's no use being alive and just being afraid of everything, dude. Like I don't want to live in that fear. I don't want to live like that. I want to be fucking free,
5D,
bro.
baby.
Inside, like not just
5D
externally. Yeah, like I don't want to be afraid of that. You might trigger something in me, or like, oh well, I don't like you because I don't like that in myself, or whatever. Like I want to learn lessons, man. I've learned lessons, and I've learned hard fucking lessons, and I'm thankful for those lessons because I really feel like I've come out of those. Like I said, like the shit doesn't bother you anymore.
Yeah. But that's what it's about. You keep learning, and I guess I'm the elder of this group. Yes, I'm 45, and I fuck up all the time. Hell, you can ask my wife. Like it always happens. But the thing is you keep like my thing is I ain't trying to do the same thing twice. It's just like football. It's the same rules as football, man. You learn so much from football if you just commit to it and you actually just as long as you're not doing the same thing twice, you really can't get mad at you. She can, hey, okay, first time, won't happen again.
I'm good.
But apply that.
And it's like, how do you talk to yourself too, man? Because if you're a coach, bro, like we've all had shitty coaches. And I mean, my high school coach was not fucking you.
They were awful.
Yeah, they suck, man. No, but like how you talk to yourself is important, man. Like you gotta be stern with yourself. You gotta be realistic. But you can't shit on yourself either. Like if you fuck up, like, all right, yeah, you fucked up, man. Like you fucked up and that's okay. Don't like kill yourself over it. Right. And I think that's huge too. Like the way you motivate yourself and how you pursue things, like you got to be a supporter to yourself, but you also have to be a critic. And I think there's a time for both. Like, I think
but you got to have balance between the both.
Yeah.
Because like, I was the one that would go hard. Like, couldn't no one ever say anything to me that I didn't say to myself 10 times harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you get stuck in that funk because your mind's a very powerful thing.
The most powerful.
And yeah. So if that's your thinking on it, you know what I'm saying? Especially like in football, like I would have spells, man. I would be worthless. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in my head.
But that was me freshman year, dude. Yeah. Like I would literally only think, don't drop this, don't drop this, don't drop. I would drop it.
Yeah.
Because
instead of just going out and having fun and playing.
Exactly. Because when your mind and when your energy is focused on one thing, like this is really
Yeah.
interesting about life, bro. And there's actually scientific data behind this, but when you are thinking about something so much, you're subconsciously shifting your energy to create that matter. And I know this because in music, bro, when you hear a sound, the sound is a cause of a vibration of a movement. Everything in life is moving from to the smallest
frequency.
atom of being. Everything's vibrating like this slowly,
Mhm.
everything. And so for matter to actually be created, first comes the vibration or the movement, and then matter shows. And this is like the science of manifestation, where when you are creating or harnessing or envisioning and you're creating this energy of like, this is what I want in my life, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to go after. Now you're creating this vibration, this sound, and what follows is the matter. So basically you're really guiding your own life, bro. And this is a crazy concept. Of course, like I'm dreaming of $1 million. Well, like you don't just wake
Yeah.
up and you get that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Yeah.
it's something you have to
Gotta-
feel and be, right?
Gotta
But
manifest that shit.
yeah, man, like that's real. And that's
You
kind of
manifest with
the same thing. Like you gotta talk to yourself and yeah, be critical. Like I'm not gonna think I'm the shit and like put out some shitty music and be like, well, what the hell? Like, nah, bro, you gotta be real. But at the same time, and this goes back to you, Ryan, what you're saying, like going up in front of people singing your stuff. Man, like I was scared as shit the first couple times. At this point though, it's like I know what I put into this music is all goodness from my heart. I know it's
Right.
pure. I know it's good. There's no bullshit in this. Like I'm not trying to fake you out. I'm not trying to get your money. I'm really just trying to share a truth from me to you. And so people shit on that. Hey,
yeah,
fuck.
that's on you.
That's on you,
Yep.
brother.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you love it, hey, let's connect because that's what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
And that takes the fear out of it for me because I'm not going up there preaching bullshit. I'm not trying to trick you. Like I'm not playing a role. And that's the difference. Like, hey, if you hate it, like just don't listen to it, man. Fuck it. I dig what I'm doing.
Oh. But people dig when you're genuine. It doesn't really matter. Even if they necessarily don't like you, they'll respect you if you're telling the truth.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you're that type of, I hate that motherfucker, but yeah, he'll tell it like it is. It'll be like one of those type of deals.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep doing your thing, man. I truly believe it, and I sent you, dude. I remember when I think it was you were doing something. I think you were overseas or something. And I sent you a text or something, just like how impressed I was with the man you were becoming, and I knew you had a whole lot more in front of you, but I was like, because I was impressed. I was very impressed because you literally, the steps you took from junior to senior year, and then, because I would try to catch as many games as I could, with you at Minnesota.
Yeah.
But just the maturity when I would talk to you, the text you would send back, and I was like, this cat is starting to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a shit ton further along than I was. Like, that's crazy. I'll tell you that.
But listen, man, like that goes back to what I was saying. Like these teachers I've had, the people I've met, dude, I've had some weird encounters with strangers, like absolute homeless people who have honestly looked into my fucking soul and spoke some shit, bro. Like I've been really open to just like anyone and everything. Like, bro, show me where I gotta go. And I've said this to the world, the spirit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm like, show me where I gotta go. Show me what I gotta do. And I've had some messengers, man, like crazy people. Like, for example, I'm on my way to Zurich from Italy, second trip to Europe. I'm all alone. I like to travel alone because I like to soul search, bro. This is my vibe. I just like to like do it and meet people. So I'm on this train to Zurich, and the conductor is saying something in Italian, and it doesn't sound good. Like something about the train, we have to switch. This train's broken. I don't know. So I'm trying to like look around, find someone who speaks English. So I'm like going around, and yeah, I go and find the fucking white people on the train. Like, hey, do you guys speak English? They're like, yeah, cool. And anyway, he's like, yeah, my name's Rolf. I'm from Switzerland, but whatever. I live in South Africa. This is my wife, Janice. Like sit with us, like whatever. So we talk and whatever. I tell them I'm on a trip and they're like, oh, you're alone? I'm like, yeah, I'm alone. They're like, oh, great. Well, like I'm from Zurich. You know, what are your plans tomorrow? And I'm like, nothing. Like I've just got here. They're like, cool. Meet us at the big tower in the train station at 1. Like we'll take you to lunch. I'm like, cool. And honestly, being a guy traveling is so much easier than I'm sure a female. Because if I was a female, I'd been like, fuck no, like that sounds crazy, right?
Yeah,
But like I can defend myself. So I'll be all right.
Different rules.
Different rules,
Yeah,
bro.
man,
definitely.
Yeah.
6'2.5" and 215 doesn't necessarily hurt either.
Yeah, that helps. Huge.
That might turn some people away.
Yeah.
Bro, so I meet them at this train station and like they take me to Mount Zurich, the top of Mount Zurich. It's this mountain, the main mountain in the city. And we get to this beautiful restaurant at the top of the mountain, overlooking the whole fucking country. Buy this beautiful bottle of wine, get this cheese fondue, like classic Swiss cheese fondue. And I'm just like, how the fuck did I just end up here? Like, this is crazy, bro. This is actually crazy. But this is what's really cool. So this guy is talking to me. He's like, have you ever traveled to Israel? I'm like, no, I haven't. He's like, we were there last year and we went to the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee. It was really cool. I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. He's like, you know what's interesting about the Sea of Galilee, actually? I'm like, what? No, I don't. He's like, well, this has been fished since before Christ. Like it's been bountiful in food. People have lived off it. People still live on it. And it's hosted so much life and it's so fruitful still. And he's like, and this is because it receives from the ocean and gives to the Dead Sea. And he's like, and when you go to the Dead Sea, it's nothing. There's no life. It's futile. It's coarse and it hurts and it stings you. And he's like, this is a testament to life. Like when you want to live, when you want to produce, when you want to share, you must both receive and give equally. Because when all you do is take, you have no life, you bear no fruit. And I'm like, damn, like this is some strange ass guy like preaching this shit to me, bro. I'm like, whoa, that's so true. Like, damn. And this guy's like balling out. Like this fool just bought us $500 bottle of wine. Like this dude obviously knows what he's doing in life, right? Not saying like he's rich so he's successful, but like the shit he just taught me. He's taken some stranger to lunch and bought him a beautiful lunch. Like this guy is a generous motherfucker. Like,
Right.
but that was cool. Like that was a cool moment. Like, damn. And that's also why I just love to connect people because they have so much wisdom, bro. You guys have wisdom you've put upon me. We all have the amount of wisdom we can share, but we're not sharing
Learn
it
from anybody.
Yeah, like you're sharing it. You're sharing. You made this podcast. You want to share, like that's in you guys. But other people have information we're not sharing because we're afraid to share, because we think we're dumb, because we think we're not smart enough, because we don't think we have enough knowledge. Like, nah, man.
Everybody's
like,
good at something.
Yeah. Well, and a lot
And
of
if you're not good at it, you can, go ahead, Al.
I was gonna say a lot of it, people are just they're afraid of the reaction they're gonna get from other people. So it's not, you know what I mean? It's you could say that, you know, oh, I'm not smart enough to talk about this, but that's because somebody at some point has probably told you that or made you feel stupid enough that I really can't really talk about that because I got
Great point, bro. And I'll say this, man. One of the greatest fucking discoveries I made in life, and this takes a lot of time. And if you're around toxic people, you don't really realize it. But when people insult you, when people bring you down, bro, they are facing an insecurity within themselves that they cannot break. And the fact that you are triggering them is a sign that you are on the right fucking path, dude.
right.
Yep.
When people get
I
pissed,
agree.
when people get triggered, when people tell you you suck, you're dumb, you're ugly, you're stupid, bro, that's what they're feeling about themselves inside. And they are projecting that shit on you. Projection is the biggest fucking killer, dude. And now when I see that shit, I'm like, cool, I'm on the right fucking track. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's as good as saying, bro, you're killing it. You're doing good shit. That's the equivalent for me.
Yeah. All true. 100, man.
It's like
I
it's
feel
kinda
all
funny.
that.
Reminds me of Cat Williams, the comedian. I don't know if you remember, if you know him, Drew. He's a little bit older, but he was like he played the pimp in like one of the Friday movies, and he was like a stand-up comic. But one of his comedy specials, he flat out was like, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. And if you got
Mhm.
50 haters and it's 10 o'clock in the morning, you need to find 100 more of those motherfuckers by lunch. Like,
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, the more
yeah.
people that hate on you, the more that means you're doing something right. So,
Yep.
I mean, just like you had said, like, and the sad part is today's day and age is that's kind of when people speak their mind or speak their thoughts, there's no conversation.
No,
It's
you're right.
it's
Mhm.
it's I'm gonna clown
Attack.
on you, I'm gonna attack you
Yep.
because you don't think the same way I think, or you don't, I just think
Mhm.
you're stupid or whatever. It's really
Or and here's
exhausting.
the thing, if you don't at least hear the person out, at least try to understand another person's point of view before you just dismiss and attack or do anything. Because I'm willing to listen to anybody. If anybody has a point of view they want to try to express it, we're having a conversation, I'm willing to listen to it. I'm willing to listen to it and try to understand it to the point where, okay, I can act, but if, give me the same on the other side though. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because other
No,
people hear what they
exactly,
want to hear and they don't want to hear anything. They shut off all other information than whatever they want to get it from. And if you don't, even if it's something that you don't like, you still
Yeah.
got to explore it just so you can get that side of it.
Right.
Very one-sided, bro. Yes. Very one-sided usually.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I feel like that's a huge thing on religion, bro. Like when someone is trying to preach to you religion, no matter what religion it is, and then you come back and be like, well, what about this? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. And you're like, all right, I'm in on this conversation then, bro.
Yeah.
But this is crazy. How many times in your life have you been like, nah, like that's bullshit? And then later in life, you're like, oh, fuck. Like I just got hit
Yeah.
with
Yep.
how
Right.
many times, bro?
Well, and I
Yeah.
feel like as you get older, you just, you become more wise. You like you talked about, you touched about, you learn and shoot is us coaching you, Drew. Like you learn things from you. I've learned things from Jabri, learned things from everybody. And as you get older and wiser, you can kind of self-reflect and just kind of be like, back when I was 20, 25, like we said, like shit, I was nowhere near like as mature and able to put into like the
Yeah.
words that you're putting in. I was like fucking
Yeah.
around, not doing anything.
Yeah, me too. I was
You
an
know,
idiot.
so
Point blank.
but as you get
Chase
older,
and tell.
but that's the yeah, right. But as you get older, like that's the thing. Like you never stop learning. Like you
Yeah.
can be
And
80
don't you
years
think that's
old and never stop learning.
Don't you think it's dope? Like, I love being able to remember shit about people. Like, man, I learned this lesson from this person, or like, damn, I remember what this person said to me that one time. And you'll kind of hold like a piece of people with you all the time when you are living that way. When you get out of your head and be like, I don't necessarily know the best way. Like, and when you meet really influential people that aren't trying to sell you shit, they're not trying to preach on you, but like
Mhm.
you see how they live, and you're like, I want to be like how do you do that? How do you live like that? And they're like, oh, well, you got to practice, you got to work, man. Like
Yep.
being free internally, like being, and I don't mean free like I'm free, like obviously I'm not free. Like I live in a world where I have to buy food from a grocery store and whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But free as in terms of like, I don't have to buy into people's hatred of me. I don't have to buy into people's egos. I can be myself in a crowded room and be like, I'm fucking happy with how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
And shit, I kind of lost my train of thought. Where was I
No,
going?
well, I get you with the whole thing because it took me a while and what it is just being comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
You're comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once you get to a point where you don't feel like it's hard acting. You know what I'm saying? I act every day when I go to work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does. It's just what you do. But it's a lot harder when you can't be yourself. Like I see these, I read these stories about these cats who, go home after a day's work and they can't find peace for whatever the issue they got with their wife or whatever the issue they got going on or whatever the case may be, but they go home and then it's still hell. They can't be themselves or they got to put on the act or whatever the case may be. That would drive me
that stresses me out.
insane.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can barely handle just doing it for the hours I got to do it at work.
Yeah.
But when you got to come home and you got to do that,
you got to put on
and then
act.
growing up, it was I moved around a little bit, so finding myself was hard. But when I did find myself, it turned into, well, and it even, so like I know I irk some of my family members now.
Yeah.
I irk people, but the thing about it is this is me. And I mean, we can conversate, we can't, or we can talk about this. We can choose not to talk about certain things or whatever the case may be. But this is me, and it's too hard for me to change who I am. I'll do that work, but outside of that, you get me, and that's it.
Dude, that's beautiful, bro. And honestly, it's fun when you can literally be alone in your apartment and just jive with yourself, bro, and vibe and be like, yo, I'm just loving life right now. Like, this is cool. That's cool, man. Yeah. I love that feeling of just like vibing. No need to like I can chase whatever. Like, I just want to vibe and think. I like to think, man. I really like to think. And sometimes it's weird tangents, but like that's where my ideas come from. And that's where like songs are written. It's just like, what am I feeling, dude? And why am I feeling this shit? Even if it's like painful memory, like, but you know what? That's healing, dude. Like painful memory, just let it be and just let it sit with that shit. And really, it heals so much faster than trying to run away from it and trying to say it doesn't exist. Like, that's one thing I learned huge this year, bro, was just sitting with grief, sitting with like sadness and seeing it not as something so bad, but like a fucking fuel to create really cool shit. Cause that's what it is, man. It's just another emotion that can make something great. And that's fucking alchemy, bro. Turning your sadness into good shit so that you can share it with people in the world, bro.
Yep. Yeah. That's good stuff. So I want to go, I guess, a little off topic, but go back to your music thing. So I don't know if Jabri saw it, but I want to know the story behind when you showed up at that like family's place and were like playing music with them or for them at their house. Because I saw the video. I think
I saw that.
And I just remember thinking, like, what, like, was that set up, or did you, like, I could totally see you just like, let's just go here. Like, I'm in Winnipeg. Like, people know who I am. Like,
no, bro, straight up. Like, so I came here and I didn't have a season. Like, officially, I think in August or September, they're like, we don't have a season.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, I got to make money, bro. Like, how am I supposed to live out here? So I'm like, fuck, I'll go back old ass school. Like, I'm about to go Vistaprint and make pamphlets, bro, and curbside concerts. I'm like, so I basically put a picture of me in the end zone during a game where I'm like shredding a fake guitar, right? And I put a picture of me with my actual guitar. I got some pro photos taken from my photographer friend. And I was like, the times are changing. That was like the head thing, right? Bob Dylan quote. And then I basically wrote a paragraph like, this isn't the season we expected, but like shit doesn't go our way all the time. Anyway, I'm focusing on music. Like, if you would like to hire me, I'll come play a curbside concert, safety of COVID, all precautions taken care of. And basically I went around town, bro, I looked for any Bombers plates, like Winnipeg Blue Bombers plates, put that shit in the windshield, drove around town, like did that whole thing, bro. Put them in the Bomber store. Like if people went in there, they'd see it. So yeah, dude, I was every week, like 3 or 4 shows. I would go to a different
That's dope.
I'd bring my gear, my amp, my mic, my guitar. Like I didn't need much, bro, you know?
Yeah.
But that's really how I built a lot of connections with people here. Like people just want to be connected, man. Like music's huge in that. It's not a rock band. You don't need a rock band to fucking, you know, make a memory, to share something intimate. Like that was really fun, man, because I was playing shows at restaurants and bars and shit, but that's not the same, man. Like it's rowdy, it's loud. Being with people like that, I'm an interactive person. Like, you know, I like to talk, bro. So when I play shows, I'm really talking to people. I'm telling them how these songs came to be. I'm sharing my life with these people. And like, that's how I like to share music. And so these curbside concerts were sick. And then actually fucking Jim Beam was like, yo, we'll sponsor your next 3 shows or 4 shows, and we'll send you hella whiskey, like, and earphones to give the people. So I joined with Jim Beam for like 4 episodes, and then we filmed that. Yeah, like it was sick. I have all this whiskey in my house.
Cool, man. That's cool as shit.
I just never knew the story behind it, so I wanted to know, like, That's awesome though, because I could totally see you, like you're totally like you had said, like you like connecting with people and playing. I can only imagine like playing in a bar. Like there's probably people listening, but there's other people like chasing tail and
Dude.
getting
I mean,
hammered or
I've
doing
seen some
whatever.
shit places, bro. Like loud as fuck.
But like
I
going,
can't hear my own music, bro.
yeah,
And I've literally had to play, being like, I think this is where I'm at.
I think it sounds good.
Yeah, like I have no clue, but I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
write it out.
but like that video, the video I was talking about, it like you said, connecting with people, like it's just more on a personal level, and
Yeah,
and
bro.
being in Winnipeg and playing for the Blue Bombers and stuff, so people know who you are. So it's one of those like they'd love to have you. You know what I mean? They're just connecting with them, and that's awesome. Definitely.
Yeah, and honestly, like you make friends, man. Like you make actual friends from that shit. And I still talk to people that went to their houses, like, and this was like farm country too. This was not shit I was used to. I'm holding like weird ass chicken looking things. They're called like guineas or something. I don't even know, bro. But yeah, I like to see all types of walks of life because like obviously I don't have much in common with a person who lives on a ranch in a field, like nothing almost. I live in a city, like in an apartment, but we're still friends, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. The essence is the same. Like, we just want to vibe and connect and have fun and laugh. Like, we're all just fucking kids inside, bro. Let's not try to sugarcoat shit.
Right.
We're all children inside, and we're all just trying to have a good time with each other, bro. And we're all trying to. And if you're trying to show off and be the cool guy, like, fuck, go ahead. But I just want to vibe. I just want to have fun and laugh. Like, I'm just a kid, bro.
Yeah. Well, and ultimately, whether you live in the city or like, shoot, I'm just feeling that now. Like living in Nebraska, like obviously, like outside of like just on the outskirts of Omaha, so I'm definitely still in the city. But I go 5 miles one way, and there's a 100-acre farm with like corn for as far as you can see.
Yeah,
So it's like you the people you meet, and ultimately, like we all have the same goal, whether it's is to be happy, like in within your life, and truly happy. And everybody has success in their own way. Like you had said, it's not about making the millions of money or dollars, and as nice and as easy as that makes it sometimes. Some of the most miserable people have tons of money. So
so true. And
and
let me go off that what you just said. So I'm reading this book, and it's kind of a picture book. It's called Humans, and this guy goes around the world and just interviews strangers, and they spill their fucking hearts out to this guy. Like, they just tell their stories, right? And this guy from Pakistan was like, my grandfather learned to read. He taught my father to read and write. My dad taught me to read and write, and now I go to school. And I realized that I live in a place called the country, and the country is part of a bigger thing called the continent, and the continent is part of the world. This fool did not even know that he was part of a world, bro. But it took 3 generations of people just to teach this guy to read and write, and now he's going to become a teacher. Now he's going to start making money. Now he can go into the world and see things. But like, what's your success exactly, bro? It's not like we're not on the same spectrum. We're not like, I'm not a millionaire at 25. I failed. Well, I don't have this bachelor's degree at 21. I failed. People are in the world don't even know how to read and write, bro. For them to overcome that obstacle would be like me making $50 million. Like, that's a beautiful thing. But it just shows like we're all on different spectrums. You have to win within yourself, dude. Whatever that looks like, whatever that is in your relationship. Do you have unhealthy relationship issues that you need to work on? That's your fucking $1 million, bro. Do you have an underlying trauma that you need to work through? That's your $1 million. We all have our $1 million, whatever that shit is. Like, if that's the mindset, right? Like, I know I'm still working through shit, man. Like, some days I'm like, fuck, is my whole life an illusion? I don't even know, bro. But like, we don't know. But I just am trying to be the best for myself, man. I'm trying to live the best for myself and not hurt anyone in the process. In fact, give goodness to everyone I come across, man. That's just how I want to live. That's what's worked for me, and that's the best way for me personally to live.
no, that's true.
That's good. Yeah, very good, very good. Tell y'all this: when our investments blow, we're gonna rent out Central Park and have you play at Central Park.
Hell yeah,
Concerts at the
People
park.
will come.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Drew at the park, man. People will
Build it,
come.
they would come. Oh, you mean Central Park, Santa Clarita, bro?
Yeah.
Are we talking New York City?
What? You ain't that big, dog.
I don't know. I don't know nobody in
Oh,
New
shit,
York.
Central Park, Santa Clarita.
Oh, you're funny as hell.
Oh, Central Park,
yeah,
man.
we
Come on.
can work up to that.
Yeah, we'll work up to that.
Oh, shit.
Let's sell
Hey,
out Central
bro,
Park.
Bro, we just go do a free one anyway. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's funny.
Damn.
That's funny. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You talk about the world today, and it's like you touched on, like, people don't know how to read and write. Like, there's people struggling to put food on the plate,
No.
and
Yeah.
that's in this country, which you kind of think about, like, that's crazy if you really think about it. Like, you always hear about, and growing up, these third world countries and all the issues they have and stuff. But then you look at within our own country having those same issues, maybe not to the extremes, but in certain cases. But as far as the extreme
Some of them
numbers,
places.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
and
No, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, what just took place in DC, bro, that did not look like a first world country to me, bro. That was wild. Like,
No,
it's
yeah, that little 10 by 10 square foot area got like 40,000 troops or whatever the case, 30,000 troops.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a lot of people for a 10 by 10 square mile area.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So
it's like you said, talking about, like, the Capitol, like, you talk about what happened there before, but then, like, even now with all the troops, like Drew's talking about, just posted up for, what was it, 10 days? Like, it protect, like, this is America, right? Like, it's so crazy to me that, like, we're at this point where we're posting up troops, like, more troops than are in Afghanistan right now around our around our capital. And it's like you said, it does not look, it looks like a third world country. Like, when you always see, like, these movies of, like, or TV shows, and they're in Venezuela, or they're in, wherever.
yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're
Like,
They gotta walk
attacking-
through everything to get
This is
yeah.
happening to us, bro.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I'll just
yeah.
go back to my point before, bro. Don't put your life in other people's hands.
Yeah.
Do not put your
Yeah.
life in other people's hands.
Yeah, you gotta try and as much as possible. But the thing is the goals that were taken taking that route, they're getting squeezed out. Any and everybody that is doing not their home business, but their own business, has their own business, and there's a reason why Google and freaking Amazon are up. I don't know how, like, they're fighting, but the owners are fighting to see, and freaking Elon Musk, they're all fighting to see who's going to be the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
Their bottom line hasn't slowed down at all. In fact, it's gone parabolic,
Oh my God.
and that's pretty much because everybody else is not working.
right.
There's no competition.
None, bro.
So it hurts. Like, I'm not a business owner, but I did get my hustle on doing trainings and stuff like that, but even if I wanted to do that, I couldn't right now. It's just like, it's from top to bottom, that all the little people are just kind of getting shushed to the side and getting forced to a position to be a dependent.
Fold, bro.
And it's just not cool.
And what's the incentive too? Like, what's the incentive? Like, I want to start a business. Well, fuck, when's the next pandemic? Like, I don't know, bro. Is my shit gonna get shut down again? And am I gonna pour all this money into something that I truly don't know will succeed?
Yeah.
Especially now, like, even with this music thing,
well, to see at least the music thing, it's the internet is still working.
Yeah.
You can get, and that's the way people have to start thinking is they have to take advantage of this internet, Zoom, Google Meets, whatever the case may be. They got to take advantage of it and get their network on, because stuff is changing.
Yeah.
And people have not noticed over this last year, you know what I'm saying, that stuff, if you gotta start changing the way you make your money, or there's gonna be a problem.
The tech is changing. Even myself, I'm a young guy, man, and I'm like, damn, I'm learning new stuff about social media. from 5 years ago, I'm like, oh shit, like this is way changed, bro. Like if
Right.
I was taking a break off this shit, like I don't think I could catch up. And I
Mhm.
don't know about you guys, but with all this algorithmic stuff and Instagram reels and how to like post stuff and what a hashtag to get attention and followings, like there's a science to this shit now, bro.
Well, it's like I'm like you talk about that. Like I'm learning that stuff too. And honestly, like my fiance, like she does that stuff for her dad has a couple like businesses, and she's been doing it for like 2 years, and she every time like she's still learning new stuff. Like
Dude, it's a science.
yeah, it's crazy. The like you said, the algorithms and the technology, and just like what trigger like certain things trigger certain things to get you, more people looking at this or whatever. But if you skipped out on it for even 2 months.
Have you guys seen The Social Dilemma on Netflix?
No, I've seen it on there, but I haven't watched it.
Oh my God. Check that shit out, bro. Dude, these things fucking know you better than anything in the world, bro.
Oh,
Oh, it's crazy.
oh, I got tenfold hat shit. For
Yeah,
that.
I feel like Jabri's already on this shit, but
Come
this
on, man. They're downloading that stuff onto AI.
And we've talked about that before.
They're building freaking little composite us and storing it in AI based on our phone. It's just you say something on your phone and it shows up, or we're talking about something and it shows up on Facebook.
Well, and you
know
want
what I'm
to have
saying?
your phone on. Like my fiance, we're sitting on the couch, and she was like talking about something. I forgot what it was, and I go on to like Instagram, and I have an ad for it, and I've never looked at it on my phone. And all of a sudden, I'm like, why am I having ads for this shit? Like,
bro, Insta just passed their newest update, bro. And basically, when you're looking through your phone and you come across a piece of information or a video or whatever, it's reading how your face reacts to that video to know what to send more content to that you react in a positive manner to.
That's crazy. That doesn't shock me at all. Like the fact that
not at all.
Like
the creators of these apps go on this show, The Social Dilemma, and they're like, yeah, this shit's gone too far. I actually turn my phone off when I get home. Like this shit's fucked. They created this shit.
It's crazy. Like, it's time to start putting like tape over your cameras, like the front facing cameras and shit.
It's such a great tool.
Well, I do that shit on my computers, but yeah, no.
But
I totally buy that shit.
It's like the best.
They openly said it in their agreement. Like it's not a secret.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
but nobody reads that shit.
What?
You scroll down and hit it.
Show us, but what are you gonna do?
Have you watched Upload or The Feed? Oh, watch those. Upload, they're both on Amazon, but Upload, and then The Feed is some dark shit. Like The Feed is some dark shit. But Upload is more comedic, but it's where we're going. Like it's all projector programming. It's all projector programming.
No, it is. Shit, man. It's wild. It's wild stuff. Man, it's good to see you guys, bro. For real.
Yeah, man.
Too long, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Bro. You're in Nebraska and I'm in Winnipeg, bro. We're all far away. We're far triangle, but man, it's good to see you guys.
Last time I saw you,
we should hop on these for fun, like not even for the podcast. Like,
yeah, for sure.
It's a good topics, bro. This shit's good.
Well, if I tell you this, Drew, after this podcast, we can go down some rabbit holes if you want to.
Yeah, bro.
But we went down a rabbit hole the last one.
Yeah, next time I'm bringing my guitar, dude. Like I want to jam with you guys. I want to show you some tunes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I was gonna ask you to play something before we left, but that's all good.
Have me on again, bro. But let's do like a music segment thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do that next time.
We'll get you on for sure to do that. But yeah, I was gonna say last time I think I saw you and it was like brief was your senior year at the game.
Bro, wait up.
And it was from like just literally from me being like on the sideline or just outside the sideline and like yelling at you. And you're like, did one of these, and that was,
dude.
I think that's the last time I seen you. But
no, didn't you come with us to? Was that at the
I feel like I did.
Did we go to see you at the Holiday Bowl? Did you go to the Holiday Bowl?
That was that same year, but yeah, we did see him at the.
Okay, all right, yeah.
My senior year.
Yeah, but that was the funniest. Like I remember going to that with my uncle, and like I don't even remember your stats or anything, but you had like it was like 9 catches for like. I don't know, just under 100 yards or something. Yeah. But like 8 of them were for first downs on third down.
Yeah, bro. Every third down.
Dude, and my uncle was like, I know
what I am.
He's like, I know you coached him, but I fucking hate that kid right now.
Yeah,
It'd be like 3rd and 8. There's Drew for a 9-yard catch. Like you're just like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, in Nebraska, bro, I straight up caught like 6 hitches and took that shit for like 40 yards, bro. I love those hitches. You can just get 40 yards. Like, oh, just rack up those stats, bro. Love that shit.
Yeah, that was good time.
Yeah, I miss football, man. It's fun. It's a fun ass thing.
Yeah, it'll
All right, guys, but listen, I gotta go eat some food before bed, bro.
Sure,
I got an early morning lift. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep these puppies going, dog.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Take it easy. We'll get you back on, man. Make sure you get your
back
guitar.
on. Get you back
All right.
on to a music segment. Get you on there.
Yeah, we gotta do that, bro. Send me some requests too. I'll hit you guys with some tunes you like.
All right, man. Sounds good.
I want to hear that Drake and what's it called?
The Marvin's Room. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Listen, I'm gonna send you
Is
the.
that Marvin's Room? I want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
and,
gonna send you the final version. I'll put it up on my YouTube.
You want to plug? What's the Spotify? You want to plug that real quick, just so people that are you sent us that link for the pre-order.
Yeah.
I
don't know how to pull that up, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Somebody else is doing it for you. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know. If it's that
Oh,
shit.
Was it
awesome.
distrokid.com?
Oh,
Anyway,
shit,
I'll
that's
put
awesome.
Yeah.
I'll put the link.
I'm on Spotify. Just go on Spotify. Drew William. I'm going under Drew William because it's easier to remember than Wolitarsky. Drew William's my middle name. And I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. I have one single out right now, but the new EP is dropping on the 29th. And that's going to be more
Man,
a solid body of work.
change that Drew William to D Willie. Go straight D Willie.
That'll be my rapper name, bro.
That's for when you do the
R&B. I'll be my more
Drake
R&B
covers.
soul
Yeah.
shit.
For the Drake covers, you're going by D Willie.
D Willie.
Oh wow! All right, man.
All right, guys.
Good seeing you.
All right, love you fools, man.
All right.
See you
All
later.
right, love you too, man. Take it easy.